So what are we doing today? So tiny. Love. I think it's loving everyone as if they're like yourself. Love also, I think, shouldn't just be your family. It should be like beyond.
All my instincts, they return. The grand facade so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. In your eyes, the light, the heat, and complete. See the doorway, the thousand churches.
She doesn't even know.
Of all the fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. Love. I don't like to see so much pain, so much wasted, and this moment keeps slipping away.
She always wanted to
I get
go spend some time with my father and
working so
learn his
hard.
woodworking skills.
I look to the time with you to keep me awake and alive. And all my instincts, they return. And the grand facade so soon will burn.
Can we do ninjas?
Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. In your eyes, your eyes, your eyes, in your eyes.
areas you want to concentrate first on?
Just like we did yesterday.
She wanted to make sure that I knew that she was not going to have a traditional life. One time, she was reflecting, I don't know what triggered this, but she had been in another room and she came into the kitchen and she said, "Mom, I just want to make sure you know, I have no regrets." And I said, "What about?" And she said, "About anything." She said, "Do you have regrets?" And I said, "Oh, sure, Kelly." She said, "What about?" I said, "Well, anytime I've really hurt someone, I wish I hadn't." And she started crying and we hugged each other. Did she take your class then? That's when she took your class. Well, she didn't do it for long. Look, December 90, and then July. And she's writing, "I'm so scared and I'm so happy. Where am I going? The mountains today looked like charcoal-colored rocks. They had no details except the outlines of pine trees. Tomorrow they'll be detailed again. The sun will shine on the flat irons and meadows of scratchy weeds. But I feel like I will still be a lump tomorrow. The edges of my personality are like the fringes of pines. I am constantly metamorphosizing into what I don't know. I feel the excitement of my soul forming. I feel like running to the mountains in the night and becoming part of the gray mass. This is what is happening."
Looks like something we should look at. Just mark it, we're going to look at it. Don't just say, "Well, that doesn't look like anything that is appropriate." I mean, this is hard. If it looks suspicious at all or looks like it's appropriate, let us know and mark it, we can look at it. Is it maybe slope? It's got about 10 people. Okay, so I was looking for your consistent. Right there, right? Okay, the team 2 guys.
So tell me.
He's wearing like Team 3.
This does seem to be somewhat of a regularly used animal trail coming down through here. When we came in here, the snow around surrounding was 5 6 feet deep, but down here underneath these trees was maybe about a foot deep was all.
Okay, and Team 4.
Just an awful lot of animal tracks coming down through here, a lot of coyote tracks coming down. It was coming down.
Good, Sergeant.
Rod Elijah.
They're quite all this whole area in through here, but
Why don't you set them up here?
it's the location we found.
Okay, can you give me your directions that I
the
should
stall.
send it to, sir?
Just have them follow the trail up to where it forks off to the right, and then parallels the flume, and we're along that flume area heading towards the east.
7510 I'll send them up.
I woke up in the middle of the night about the 7th of October and just felt like something was wrong with Kelly. So I called her best friend in Colorado Springs, Laura Brown, and said, Laura, have you heard from Kelly lately?
We met in the 7th grade, like when she first moved here and I first moved here. And we tried out for cheerleading together. And then we went through high school together and she moved to Virginia. And then she came back and we went to college together at UNC in Greeley for a year. And then she went to Boulder, but we still like talked to each other like every weekend, and I went to Boulder, she like came to visit me, and we were just like good friends. We like did everything together all the time, like crazy things. She was magical. She always talked to me when I needed someone to talk to. She was just like my best friend. She was just someone who really cared about me, and she cared about everyone pretty much, but she was just a really special person to me. She's like the only person that has ever like been a friend to me like she was. I really miss her a lot. I don't know really what to say. I'm kind of camera shy right now, I think. The last thing she said to me was just to take care of myself. And I like looked at her and said, "Will you take care of yourself too?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she had that little mischievous look in her eye. That was the last time I saw her. But I talked to her after that on the phone once, but just some stuff about Leadville and how she was moving around from place to place, and she was acting like a little bit strange. She didn't sound very happy, and I could tell that something was wrong, but I didn't really, I don't know, I should have keyed into it more. I wish I would have, but I didn't. And I think, I don't know. I think she wanted someone too.
Finals?
7:30 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm last. Kelly's first.
Kelly can be first.
Love. I think it's loving everyone as if they're like yourself. Like, I don't like being on camera.
And unless you're suicidal, then it might not be a good idea. Loving somebody like you love yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people don't love themselves.
That's true.
So it's always best to kind of learn how to love yourself before you start turning that stuff on to other people. Is it something you give or is it something you get?
It's both.
Hopefully. But if you're talking about yourself, it can only be something you give, right? You might not get it back.
And love also, I think, shouldn't just be your family. It should be like beyond.
Humankind, mankind,
Mankind.
animals too, Kelly.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to love mankind
I know, but
Because
Yeah,
mankind's
it's pretty tough.
pathetic.
I think if you can find one,
You're lucky.
you'll be, you can just chalk it right up. Because that's, you know, I had a real hard time finding one. And it's a lot of work, because it is something you give.
you think it's hard to find one person to love?
I shine my light on anyone who encircles me. In my mind, I tell my friends, I am your friend forever. I always feel like I love everyone. I love people with such savageness as a person loves family. I think this savageness and force of love comes from my great desire to be loved, just as savagely. The more love I give to someone, the more I want them to love me back.
You know, that she was out there somewhere, dead or hurt, and we'd never know.
It was sheer torture, not knowing and fearing that she needed help and wasn't getting it. I still have trouble sleeping the entire night, wake up in the middle of the night, asking that question. What happened?
And why?
Yeah,
Or how?
yeah. We hope to goodness it wasn't a violent death. She was such a gentle soul.
For so great a treasure, words will never do. Surely, if this is promises.
Yeah. We're talking about that.
What about it?
Say what? Say it. I don't know. It's really rude.
Tell me.
Kristen thinks love is being able to fart in bed and not be embarrassed.
Each one given memories to.
Kelly with her big kiss. There's Kelly, sexy pose. Close-ups. I love close-ups. Then here's my favorite probably of all. 3 of us. Bright and early. Steamboat. We had a great day. And this is Kelly and Lee and myself. And Lee and I have been together 2 years, and I met Lee through Kelly. And I thank her to death for that. Kelly, there's one person that is dead that I wish you could have met. And it was my grandfather, and we called him Bestafa. And at his funeral, I had about 100 little tiny old men come up to me and go, I was your Bestafa's very best friend. Your Bestafa was my very best friend. 100 people all thought they were his best friend. And that's how I think Kelly was. I think Kelly made everyone feel like you were her very best friend.
The Waffle House menu. She had to bring it home and memorize it. It was her first. She wanted to be a waitress because she heard they get a lot of good tips. And so she got this job at Waffle House. Well, Waffle House, I think people with not very much money go there, and it's all you can eat, and they forget to tip. And then there were a lot of young women who worked there who were 19 and had 4 children, and the landlord would say, if you don't bring me $50 tonight, then you and your kids are out on the street. Kelly left there after 2 months with not a cent. She gave every cent she earned away, every tip and all of her salary, everything. And she was exhausted because she tried to solve everybody's problems. It was just, that was not the right job for her.
It's just a film poem about my brother.
Well, Kelly and Carson were very close because as a military family, we traveled all over the world. BB and Kelly and Carson initially lived in a homestead cabin outside of Fairbanks. And, it was about 15 miles out of Fairbanks, and they were the only kids there, and they were each other's best friends. Kelly thought Carson was her baby, and she mothered him. And as they got older, that caused some problems because she still wanted to mother him, and he naturally resented that.
They were
Protective of each other, very protective.
Yeah. I think they had a closeness that is unusual among brothers and sisters. I don't know if it's his age or what, but he keeps a lot inside himself. A whole lot. Maybe he doesn't want us to worry about him.
I told him that. I said it's so hard for me to look at you because you're Kelly, you know? They had the same smile, the same eyes. It's so hard.
Last time I saw her, she came down from Leadville, stayed with us for a few days. I didn't really get to see her, I was working too much. And I had school. I remember when she first brought home Stella. It's just a tiny, tiny puppy about this big. And she was so scared that my parents weren't going to let her keep Stella. Of course they did. So many things I'll miss about her.
Yeah, we got a buddy.
Thanks for letting us sit in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was neat.
We have
Yeah,
to
good
get
film,
up
Kelly.
with
I
the
like your
sun.
film. How do you like your film?
I like it.
Good. Are you going to give it to your brother? Make a video transfer and give it to your brother. Is that his
yeah.
poem?
Yeah. He's like, he's cool, but he's like, he's going through something right
A stage.
He's going through a stage.
now. Hopefully.
Hopefully he's going
Yeah.
through a stage.
I'll
What
go
kind of
through
stage is he going through? Is he going through a destructive stage?
Yeah.
To himself.
Just a little bit.
From little things, how she, you know, every time I saw her, she would give me a hug, and to our long talks that we had. Her smile. My favorite picture of her is when she's a little girl. She's in a field of wildflowers, crouched down behind some flowers, and it's just, she has a smile that she's famous for. Mischievous and just delightful. Just happy, and it's a beautiful picture.
She could have gone on a trip in the mountains. She felt that when she was in the mountains, her mind was better ordered and she was more at peace. When she was seen hitchhiking, she just had the clothes on her back, and it wasn't even a coat. It was a fleece jacket, a t-shirt, some sweats, and her hiking boots. And so we knew she was very aware of what she needed to have to get along and survive in the mountains, and she didn't have it.
Gosh, maybe I ought to talk to my boss. Want to talk to my boss?
Is that Detective Eaton?
No.
Okay.
No, they all work. He all works for us. My boss is Joe Morales. He's the undersheriff.
Uh-huh.
Want to just talk to him?
Sure.
He just pulled up.
Sure,
That'd probably be just as. That'd probably be best.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
The individuals that you see here today are going to be made up of sheriff's office officers assigned to work or assigned to help with the case, and officers who have volunteered to come out and help today. We've got members of search and rescue, some senior citizens out here, and there's just some of them are just residents who just want to come out and help today. It's a huge area that we're looking at, and then we got to look at it as closely as possible. We're looking over, we're looking for bits and pieces of evidence out here that are 6 to 7 months old, and a lot of it doesn't appear, or it appears to be what it isn't, or it isn't what it appears to be what it is. It's that type of a thing, so we have to be real careful what we're looking for.
Keep walking.
We were getting calls from around the United States from police departments who had dead women, unidentified dead women, and it was very traumatic for us. And so the sheriff's department there offered to get Kelly's dental records and handle all of that, and then we would...
So we wouldn't have to.
Yeah. They said, and so then you would only hear if it was Kelly. And in my mind I said, then I'll never hear.
Sheriff's deputies say they found the remains of a woman missing since October, and Paula Woodward has more from the update desk. Paula?
Ed, her remains were found north of Frisco. The sheriff's department said it was 23-year-old Kelly Nugent. She was found about 200 yards from the I-70 Meadow Creek trailhead. Deputies had used dogs to search the area after a hiker found her jawbone yesterday. Today, searchers found more bones, some clothing, and a ring belonging to Kelly. Police say they don't have any suspects or motive in the case. Kelly was last seen hitchhiking from Leadville to Copper Mountain on October 10.
The jawbone itself was found right in this area. We can't tell for sure because that's where the dog found it. He just walked up to his owner on the path here. The skull was found further down, again, just on the other side of the flume. And the body itself was down on the flat area close to the road.
I never believed she was dead. I mean, even when they told me that the teeth, the x-rays matched 100% to the skull, something in me said, oh, that's just not Kelly. They've made a mistake. Denial. But they found her ring that I had given her, and it was her ring.
I go from being really sad to really mad because I'm like, God, there's so many assholes in the world, so many people that, I mean, no one deserves to die, but shit, if someone deserved to live, it was Kelly, you know? And it's just like, why? I'll never understand that question, you know? Wow, why Kelly?
Of course, the hardest part during the whole 5 months until they found Kelly's remains were not knowing where she was, if she was alive, what kind of state of mind she was in. Was she sick somewhere? Was she, had she become a street person and was out there needing our help?
What was her mental state?
What was her mental state? Because it wasn't her normal behavior, and we still really felt that she was alive. Maybe she had taken off on a trip. Maybe her focus on independence had reached a point where she said, I'm going to go off and, do my thing for a few months and see as much and do as much as I can, and then I'll come back home. When my birthday in December and Christmas came and she didn't call, then I was really concerned and starting to have negative thoughts, I guess.
Hi. Take a picture of me running, Dad. Is it still on? I'm reading Parent App.
The police explained to me, of course, that it's no crime for her to leave home, and that she was an adult unless we had proof or a good idea that there was foul play involved or she'd been kidnapped or whatever, then they wouldn't actively look for her. What they do is they put her name, description, and all into the national computer system, and if she stopped for some reason or picked up for some reason and the computer system checked, then they know that she's missing. But even at that point, if she or anyone that's over 21 doesn't want their parents notified, then the police can't notify the parents.
People say that in the days before Kelly disappeared, she would break down and cry repeatedly. When I was pregnant with Kelly, I had cancer of the thyroid gland. Doctors have all along said we must watch Kelly, watch her thyroid gland, get it checked. It could very likely fail. A symptom of that failure is depression.
The weird thing to me, and I don't understand, is why she didn't take Stella. Why wasn't Stella with her? Because she took Stella everywhere. Took Stella. I mean, the reason why she started hiking was to walk Stella. Every walk, every hike Kelly and I ever went on, Stella was there. So the fact that Stella wasn't there was weird.
Still out there in the woods. See her? Way down there.
Oh
in the
yeah,
trees.
oh yeah. Every morning she goes out and sniffs the air and follows a trail. I think it's the fox, probably.
Fox or
the
deer
deer
or something.
Yeah. I swear she has Kelly's personality. Just the way she moves her body and is full of mischief and likes to play. It just reminds us so much of Kelly. And Kelly and Stella used to wrestle and play around and twist their bodies together, and Stella still twists her body like that, and it's so wonderful to watch.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true.
And then Susan got her back by cutting her dress when her boyfriend went to her. And then they found out they were sisters. And now there's this girl named Vicky. And she's real mean. And I'm trying to
forever young. Forever
What happened? It slipped. Now there's a place where your life is supposed to take us a look around and it will be back. Nobody's going to.
May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay.
I love you.
Thanks.
Forever young.
I'll make Stella buy some.
Yes, do.
Bye.
Thanks, Kelly.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You got it all? Bye.
May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young.
So what else did I miss today?